All praise to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And peace and blessings to the elect. This is Zakaria from the GMS Dallas camp. And I have this article in front of me, as you can see, called titled Black Panther Packed with Action, Diversity, but No Gays. And this article is, the writer, I guess, interviewed one of the actresses from the movie, and she, was complaining that there was no lesbian scenes in the movie. But I'll go ahead and read it. Marvel Studios' Black Panther is being hailed as the most diverse superhero movie in Hollywood history, but it's not diverse enough for some progressives who want to know where are all the gay characters. Now, every nigga you see around town now is wearing a dashiki and, giving all kinds of praise to this new black superhero revolution that's going on. But what they don't understand is behind the scenes, they're going to be pushing this LGBT community real heavy. They're going to be using that movie as a catalyst to push this whole new genre of so-called black lesbian superheroes. But I'll go ahead and keep reading. The latest comic book to film adaptation checked off a number of identity boxes with this almost exclusively black cast and cohort of strong female characters, but filmmakers ditched a lesbian romance subplot from the original comic books, prompting an outcry from the LGBT community. Actress Florence Kasumba stoked the flames of outrage when she revealed that scenes of a lesbian flirtation filmed during production were left on the cutting room floor. And I'd like to see how these niggas would have acted, if they would have actually left those scenes in the movie. Uh, uh, continue reading the final result that we've seen. There were a few scenes that have been cut. Miss Kasumba told Vulture different scenes also they didn't make it into the movie for certain reasons, and at that point I have to say what the reason is I can't tell you because nobody told me whether it was in or not. LGBT advocates had every reason to hope that Black Panther would be the first Marvel Studios film to feature an openly gay character, and they're going to be using this film that you niggas love so much. It is going to be a catalyst to push all kinds of wickedness on our people. Our people are going to be portrayed as lesbians and gays and transgender. This movie was a catalyst for that. So as you putting on that dashiki, see, Esau got you. Esau got you lock, stock, and barrel, as they say. Let me see. LGBT advocates had every reason to hope that. Okay, I read that. The comic book series is written by Ta-Nehisi Coates, a national correspondent for The Atlantic and prominent commentator on race. Mr. Coates tapped feminist writers Roxane Gay and Yona Harvey to create a spin-off comic series, World of Wakanda, that follows around two members of the Dora Milaje, a fictional the fictional African nation's all-female special forces unit. The main characters in World of Wakanda, Ayo and Anika, are in a lesbian relationship, and this movie is going to be used to push this lesbian LGBT agenda. And let me see, I got a picture I want to show of. This is kind of visual of them. If you've seen the movie, you've seen these, this women's special forces unit, but it seems, it seems as though they're going to try to come out with another movie portraying, this Dora Milaje, hopefully I'm saying that right, as just all lesbians. So as you niggas are all happy about this new Black Panther and this new craze around town, behind the scenes, they're about to push this whole type of lifestyle heavy on Jake. And I like to see if you niggas still want. There's a good picture right there. If you see to the left right here, you'll see there, that little lesbian scene, I guess you could say. But, you get the picture. I'll do it right now, but if you type in, let's say, Dora Milaje lesbians, you'll see exact. This comic book is already out, and these female characters are already out, and they're definitely lesbians. You know. And I'm gonna go ahead and get a precept. I'm gonna read from Isaiah chapter 3, and I'm gonna start at verse 8. For Jerusalem is ruined, and Judah is fallen, because their tongue and their doings are against Yahweh, to provoke the eyes of his glory. The show of their countenance doth witness against them, and they declare their sin as Sodom, they hide it not. Woe unto their soul, for they have rewarded evil, so like evil unto themselves. And it says they declare their sin as Sodom, and in Sodom they declared their sin in homosexuality as wide open. You know, they were pushing it wide open, just like you see now. They're declaring their sin, in all sin, wide open, but it's especially this homosexual vibe is being pushed all out in the open. It's in schools. I know brothers put out an article where they had a transgender man, I forget how you say it, was a man dressed up as a woman in a class full of preschoolers, you know, completely, just a completely demonic situation. The sin is being declared openly, just as it was in Sodom. And it just so happens it's the same sin as Sodom that's being declared in the open. And I'll get a couple more precepts. Let me see. Jeremiah chapter 8 at verse 12. Were they ashamed when they had committed abomination? Nay, they were not at all ashamed, neither could they blush. Therefore shall they fall among them that fall. In the time of their visitation they shall be cast down, saith Yahweh. And you know, this is just the way that as time goes on, it's going to be pushed heavier. This is just the way of the world, as they say. You know, this is how it's going to be. And it's just going to get worse and worse and worse. And that's what has happened. I remember when I was young, you had G.I. Joes, you had Transformers, you had Thundercats, and it definitely wasn't never no talk of no gay character in Thundercats or a gay G.I. Joe. Actually, I think there may have been a parody of a gay G.I. Joe, or I think it was a parody. I don't think it was a real one, but you know, when we were young, it was never those things like that. You watching Batman, it was never no, you know, gay characters and things like that. But now, 2018 is, you know, it's almost like you can't have the movie without a gay character in it. If G.I. Joe's was come back out now, it will be a full regiment of all homosexuals. You know, and it would maybe one or two that are not, but they probably treat them, you know, like nothing really, you know. Let me see. I'm gonna get Romans chapter 1. I'm gonna start at I'll start at verse I'll start at verse 21. Because that when they knew the Most High, they glorified him not as the Most High, neither were they thankful, but became vain in their imaginations, and their foolish heart was darkened. Professing themselves to be wise, they became fools, and changed the glory of the incorruptible power into an image made like to corruptible man, and to birds and four-footed beasts and creeping things. Wherefore the Most High also gave them up to uncleanness through the lust of their own hearts, to dishonor their own bodies between themselves, who changed the truth of the Most High into a lie, and worshipped and served the creature more than the Creator, who is blessed forever. For this cause the Most High gave them up unto vile affections, and one of those vile affections is homosexuality. Sex between a man, and sex between a woman and a woman. Leviticus 20 and 13. Start at the top of 26. For this cause the Most High gave them up unto vile affections, for even their women did change the natural use to that which is against nature. And likewise also the man, leaving the natural use of the woman, burned in their lust towards another. And as you see this picture in front of you, two women burning in their lust towards each other. Men with men, working that which is unseemly, and receiving themselves that recompense of their of the air, which was meat. And that's what you have today. You know, all these niggas so happy about this movie, but behind the scenes, Esau is about to put on a full assault on Jake. You know, and with that, I'm going to wrap this lesson up. As usual, all praise to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the elect. Shalom.